Okay, for today's video, we are going to show off my collection. This is almost all the figures I have, and this is kind of the 30 subscriber special video, just because it's going to be going over some stuff about the channel, some things I realized, and just showing off my collection. I thought it would be a cool video, and I did want to thank you all so much for getting me up to 30 subscribers. I think at the time when I was planning this video, we were at 30 subs, but I think we've jumped all the way up to 32 subs now, and I think we have more subscribers than videos out, and out of the 2 or 3 channels I've worked on on YouTube, it's the first time I think I've had more subscribers than videos, which is awesome, because it feels like you all actually really like the content, and that's awesome for me to know that other people are enjoying what I like enjoying. And I do want to thank you all also for, we have over 10,000 views on this channel, which is a huge milestone, and I want to thank you all so much for helping me get there. And now let's just get right into it. One thing I do want to mention though, this is not all dinosaurs. Like, we have some marine reptiles and some fish. Like, not all are dinosaurs, but they're all prehistoric animals. So I guess we'll start from the bottom up. So this is my Papo and Schleich section. It's a good mix of both. So here we have our sauropods and Stegosaurs and Ankylosaurs, and then we have this one lone, what is this one again? I can't remember. It's one of those giant prehistoric armadillos. I actually have another one in the collection in the Safari LTD. And then we have some Hadrosaurs. I think that Parasaurolophus is the only one I have out of the Schleich or Papo line. And then we have some ceratopsians, some Pachycephalosaur, Pentaceratops, a couple Trikes, and here's a Pachycephalosaurus. I meant Pachyrhinosaurus if I said Pachycephalosaurus here. Then we have obviously some T-Rex or Tyrannosaurus. Then we have some Spinosaurs, some heavily outdated Schleich Spinosaurs, that Baryonyx, the Spinosaurus, the Therizinosaurus, another Therizinosaurus, a Giganotosaurus, an Allosaurus, 2 Carnos, 1 Schleich, 1 Papo, a Dilo, a couple Raptors. Those might all be Velociraptor. I'm not sure. This Papo one's obviously heavily JP style. Like I said, some Stegosaurs. I think all these are Apatosaur, maybe Diplodocus. I'm pretty sure they're all Apatosaurus though. And then some Brachiosaurus. And yeah, I think that's it. I think this Ankylosaur is actually Sachania, and I believe this one's Ankylosaurus, and this one might be Sachania or Ankylosaurus, but that's it for the Schleich and Papo section. I do really like Schleich and Papo. I will mention really quickly, here's my little issues with them. Papo is very JP based. Like a lot of their figures, if it's a species that has been in the Jurassic Park series, it's usually going to look like that. And that's one of my only real big gripes with Papo. They have some really good quality figures, like this Carnotaurus. I love their Carnotaurus. And then with Schleich, I like Schleich, but they definitely don't. They don't even compare to Safari Limited to me, honestly. I shouldn't say that. I do like Schleich a lot, but just not as much as Safari Limited or Safari LTD. And now we move up to the Safari Limited Carnegie collection figures. This is one of my favorite sets I have figures of. Oh, there is one non-Carnegie collection. I have one of the Field Museum figures here, and I kind of figured it would just make more sense to put a museum line figure with a different museum line than to put it with the regular Safari LTD figures. So we have a Camarasaurus, Saltosaurus, Margosaurus, 2 baby Apatosaurs or juveniles, Tanystropheus. This is the one that was on that Fixing Figures video. Then we have a Deinosuchus and another Deinosuchus. Here's that Safari Limited Field Museum Edmontosaurus. Then we have a few Stegosaurs, an Iguanodon, a Psittacosaurus, a few Triceratops. I like this mold a lot. These ones are a little outdated now. We have a Giganotosaurus, one of my favorite figures in the collection, 2 Acros, another Deinosuchus, a T-Rex. I really like this T-Rex, the Carnegie collection Mammoth, and 2 other Tyrannosaurs in the back. And that's my Carnegie collection. I definitely want to get some more of these figures. This spot right here, well, it would probably be more like there. That's where I'm hoping to get that Safari Limited Carnegie collection Albertosaurus. That's still a figure I'm really trying to get, but I haven't got it yet. Oh, I did want to mention this. These 2 figures for a while I thought were in the Carnegie collection, and I might have mentioned that they were in the Carnegie collection, but turns out they're just part of the regular Safari Limited line. But they're still awesome figures, and the fact that they're not in the Carnegie collection doesn't really do anything like negative for them, but I thought they were in the Carnegie collection, but it turns out they're not. So I did want to give a little update there. So we'll start with the marine line. So we have a Dunkleosteus, and this is just the regular Safari Limited line. Mosasaurus, 2 Liopleurodon, Kentrosaurus. This one's actually went up a lot in price, and I actually really like this figure, so I'm really glad that I have it, because it's so expensive now that I don't know if I would have been able to get it. We have a few Stegosaurs. We've got this one, and I think these two were like a set of the baby and the adult. We have another baby one. I have like a ton of the babies in the regular Safari Limited line. 2 baby Triceratops, 2 baby Apatosaurs, a baby Brachiosaurus. There's a Dilo back there, a Ceratosaurus. I really like this Ceratosaurus. The crest on mine have kind of been beat up a little, and they're kind of green on the top now. But oh, and I have the baby Hipparchosaurus. I don't have the adult one, but I'm so glad I have the baby one. I hope some more companies make Hipparchosaurus. I really like it, and I think a bunch of other people do too, so I hope they end up making it. Then we have 2 baby Paras, a baby Spino, and an adult Spino, kind of like that Stego, having the adult and the baby. Then we have a baby Allo, that is our channel mascot, Big Al. Then we have this baby T-Rex, another baby T-Rex, and then we have, I think, the 2 adult variants. And then we have this juvenile T-Rex, who's going to be a co-star in a video coming up soon. And then we have the feathered T-Rex. This one's not in the best of shape, but from this angle it doesn't look that bad, but it kind of has like the warped legs. And I might put that in the Fixing Figures series one day, but right now I'm kind of fine with its warped legs. Then we have a Guanlong, species of Tyrannosauroid, but kind of looks like a Dromaeosaur. So I figure once I get some, this spot right here has a big opening for a reason, and I'll mention that at the end of the video. We have 3 Velociraptor. This one's highly outdated with the lack of feathers. Same for these 2. And then this baby Utah Raptor. They actually made like a updated mold that looks very similar to this, but it's actually now a baby Raptor or baby Velociraptor. And then we have some prehistoric mammals. I love the prehistoric mammals. Here's the other prehistoric armadillo, Dinosaurus. We have an Andrewsarchus, which is kind of outdated now because the new look is more intelligent-like. Then we have a mammoth and a baby mammoth. I probably prefer the Carnegie one, but what I've always done is just said this was the male and this was the female and the calf, which I think makes a lot of sense. And then we have a ground sloth, the giant ground sloth, and then the Smilodon or the saber-toothed cat and the baby one. Really like those. I've always been a big prehistoric mammal fan, so I'm just glad to have those in the collection. Now we move up to the section of just a little bit of everything. We have some Pterobibitat. There's the Acro, Krylo. This is some species of Therizinosaur, but I can't remember which one. And then this is the Pterobibitat T-Rex. I love this figure. It might be the most accurate T-Rex in my collection. Then we have, I think, Dacentris. I know it's a species of Stegosaur that's not Kentrosaurus, even though it kind of looks like Kentrosaurus. Then we have Pachyrhinosaurus. Then we have my one and only collector figure for now. I plan on getting some more collector figures, but I don't have any more right now. And then we have a few Jurassic figures, like Jurassic Park / World, and some Geo World Jurassic Hunters. So first here we have the Collectae Mosasaurus, one of my favorite figures in my whole collection. It is my only Collectae figures, but I think it's one of the better Collectae figures for sure. I love the colors on it. And then we have a Jurassic Park Velociraptor, and this goes along with this figure and this Pachyrhinosaurus and this Allosaurus. These were all a line that were like some of the last Jurassic Park figures right before Jurassic World, but they didn't really go to a specific movie, but they are from the Jurassic Park series of figures. That's why they have the JP on them. So that Velociraptor, that Pachyrhinosaurus, and that Allosaurus, they were all, I think, Toys R Us exclusives. And then we have a few smaller ones. We've got that little Spinosaurus down there, and that Spinosaurus over there. And then we have a Triceratops. And I think that's all the JP figures I have up here. Oh, and then we have one of the minis. I have a bunch of this mini T-Rex, so I just decided to put one up here. And then here's that Giga that comes in that little single thing. And now let's get to the Geo World Jurassic Hunters I have on display. I have the T-Rex, the Megaraptor, the Carcharodontosaurus, the Cryolophosaurus, and the Chasmosaurus. I do want to mention one thing about this Chasmosaurus. This one, so the Geo World Jurassic Hunters I have on display are the ones that I've bought from, I think it was, what was the store? I think it was called Nothing But Dinosaurs, but I think they're out of business now. And these were the ones I bought and got the fact cards with and everything. But I did recently, well, not recently, I bought a lot of them that's on the YouTube channel somewhere. And I actually did get some more. And I think the one I got was an updated version of this one, or in the Dr. Steve Hunters. And it looks like this and has like these red markings on the crest. But other than that, or on the, I guess that would be the crest. I don't think that's the crest. I should know what that is, but I can't think of what it is. But but it has a slight coloration. But like I said, I only have the ones on display that I have the fact cards of. And I guess there's no real particular reason to do that, but that's just the ones I've chosen to have on display. Now we'll go over some of my, like, not on display. Oh, wait, actually, there is one more slight part of the shelf. We do have this. This is the Carnegie Collection T-Rex I have that's in really good condition that came with the tag. The back side of the tag has something on it, but on the front side it looks really good, so I decided to keep that one on there. Then we have the worst condition Dinosaurus I have of the three. I just wanted to have this one up here, no particular reason. And then we have a Jurassic Park Jeep, and we just have a globe. I just thought it looked good. And then we have the Jurassic Park books. I think that looks pretty good. And then over here we have like my dinosaur drawing stuff. I might have a drawing video coming up soon. I'm not really sure exactly on that. And then we have this little thing. This is Apex. I am working on that acro video. I hope it doesn't end up being like that Spinosaurus controversial cases video where it just takes forever to come out, but I am working on it. Then we just have some, I think that's a Dinosaur Top Trumps game. That's like a card series, kind of like War. This is all my, what are these called? Groovy Tube books. I really like the Groovy Tube books. There's just some mixed dinosaurs and reptiles, and that's where that Tasmanian Tiger figure is from that video. Then in here we have some like random Jurassic World stuff, some Jurassic Park figures, and some just random. Here's like a Chapney Ichthyosaurus, and here's this random figure. It says Ankylosaur, but it's obviously not Ankylosaurus, or it says Ankylosaurus, I think. Yeah, but it's clearly not Ankylosaurus. I think it's more like Edmontonia, like the species in the Walking with Dinosaurs movie, but I do really like the figure. And here's like my Jurassic Park people figures. I don't really care to have them out on display. And then we have some just more Jurassic Park figures, some more mini Jurassic World. And then in this case, we have some of the Walking with Dinosaurs movie figures. I really love their Gorgosaurus. I probably should have some of these on display, but I don't right now. But I do really love these figures. And then in this thing is all my Jurassic World Dominion minis. I really do like those. Hoping to find some of the Wave 2s in store. Haven't yet. My local Walmart's just now gotten in like their Wave 1s, so it might be a little bit before we have that video. Okay, we're just going to set this down for 1 second. Okay, and now we have my some more minifigures. This is my Animal Planet Micro Kingdom figures. This is my Safari Limited Tube figures. There's just a whole plethora of them. Like here's Saber-Toothed Cat. Here's a Chasmosaurus. I have just about all the prehistoric Safari Limited figures. Carnotaurus. I've got just about all of them. I don't think there's a single one I'm lacking. I have even like the prehistoric Crocodilians tube figures and the prehistoric sharks tube. I have just about everything. I love the tubes growing up. And I still do, but it's just, you know, they haven't made a new one in a while. And then in here we have some of the Wild Republic K&M. I don't really like their dinosaur tube because they just kind of look like the generic dinosaur figures. You'd almost find it like a dollar store, but I do like their prehistoric mammal tube. Actually, it has like a woolly rhino and stuff in it. And then in here we just have some random stuff. Like here's some of the Animal Planet Micro Kingdom like Jeeps. I actually do really like the look of their Jeeps. And then I've got like just some random other stuff. Some Safari Limited manuals. All that kind of fun stuff. And the last thing we'll show, here's my Geo... Oh, here was the fact cards I was talking about. There's my one for Giganotosaurus. And then here's all the Geo World Jurassic Hunters I have that I don't have the fact cards for. That Chasmosaurus I mentioned before. The Ichthyosaurus. The Tylosaurus. The Plateosaurus. The Spinosaurus. This one has a base, but... Oh, all the marine reptiles also have bases, but the bases were all broken off. And this Spinosaurus did have a base. Mosasaurus. There's a Megaraptor that also has the base off. Brachiosaurus. And then there's a Chronosaurus, Liophorodon, Euoplocephalus, and Baryonyx. I really actually do like the Geo World Jurassic Hunters line. I know it does get a lot of hate, and I kind of see why, because some of the figures do look kind of funny. This Euoplocephalus is a prime example. it does look kind of funny. But I do really like some of their figures, like the, what's one I really like? I do actually really like their Chasmosaurus, or, I actually really like the Cryolophosaurus a lot. I do really like all the ones I have on display. The T-Rex is probably my least favorite of the ones, though. I do like the Megaraptor, even though it's very Dromaeosaur-like. And it's kind of funny, on the fat card, they actually have it as a Carcharodontosaur, even though they went the Dromaeosaur-looking route. And then they also had it have one other thing. Oh, now it's also believed to be a Tyrannosauroid, possibly. It's a Solorosaur at least. Megaraptor's got a whole crazy thing. It's probably going to end up being a controversial case in the future. And that's pretty much it for the collection. The lighting in my shelf top thing is not great though. That's why the flash has been on this whole time. But I am going to show, I do have these lights in the back, so I am going to show it off here at the end with the lights off, or with the lights, the flashlight off, the lights on. But I do want to mention one other thing before I do that though, so I don't forget it. This is not every single dinosaur figure I've ever owned. This is mainly just my better figures. I would consider them Safari Limited type stuff. I go with a bunch of dollar store type figures that I don't really like, but this is all those types. I did actually make a big order from Safari Limited, and I did pick up that Albertosaurus. That's going to be a big video. In that video, I'm going to show off, I know I at least got 4 figures. It's somewhere between 4 and 6 figures. In that video, I'm going to show off all the figures I bought, and then I'm also going to, after that, I'll have a separate video for each of them. Some of those figures are going to be featured in a Prehistoric Planet video, the Prehistoric Planet conclusion, which is long overdue since I did each of the episodes a while ago. I was kind of waiting to rewatch the series, and I kind of waited too long because my subscription ran out, but now I am going to rewatch Prehistoric Planet, and then I got some figures that really go along with some of the episodes, so that's kind of a hint. I think it's 5 figures, and they're all theropods actually. 2 really go with the Prehistoric Planet thing. One's obviously the Albertosaurus I mentioned, and one goes with this figure in a controversial cases, so that's a hint at 4 of the figures at least. Well, one's a clear cut, not even really a hint. It's the Albertosaurus. I've been waiting and waiting to get an Albertosaurus figure. It might not be my favorite dinosaur, but it's right up there with Allosaurus. It's either clear cut 2 or tied with 1 with Allosaurus for my favorite dinosaur, because it's been one of my favorite dinosaurs and I just haven't had a figure of it. And I'm still trying to get that Carnegie collection one, but I am glad to finally be able to get an Albertosaurus. I was actually thinking I was going to have that order today, but it didn't come in today. It should come tomorrow, hopefully, and then we'll have that video soon. But thank you all so much for watching, and actually we will show off the lighting. So this is what I was talking about, the lighting. This is the lights with it off, but with the lights on. Dang, that still doesn't look a ton better. Well, that's what it looks like with the lights on. The flash definitely helps it. But yeah, that's the collection. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm definitely going to try to add more figures to the collection, but yeah, that's it. And once again, thank you all so much for getting me to over 30 subscribers. I think we're at 32 subscribers. So when this video comes out, we'll probably be at an even 32 videos, 32 subscribers. And thank you all so much again for the 10,000 views. It means the world to me. And one thing I will say though, I don't really want to ask for likes, but it lets me know more. If a video say has 200 views but has 10 likes, that makes me think you all want to see it more than if a video gets 1,000 views but only gets 5 likes. For example, that Tasmanian Tiger video, it actually did it doesn't have a ton of views yet. It did start out actually fairly decent because it's only been out for a few days, but it has I think it has 9 likes. So with that video having as many likes as it did for the amount of views, I see that you all might want to see more content like that. So it just lets me know. So for example, if say this video gets got 1,000 views and 10 likes, I'll be okay, so you all want to see more content like this. So I'm not asking for likes, but I'm just saying if you all want to see a certain video, just like that video, because the more likes a video gets, the more it comes to my attention. Or just comment and say we want to see more stuff like this. Just let me know, and I'm happy to upload whatever controversial cases. I love doing stuff like that, and I love just showing off figures. So just whatever you all want to see, just let me know, and I will try to please you all, because if it wasn't for you all, this channel, it wouldn't be as fun. So thank you all so much for watching, and I am out. I did want to mention one thing really quick here at the end, actually. Whenever I was thinking about the saying crest here, I remembered right after the end of the video, it's frill. That's what it is. The structure right behind the head and in front of the neck is the frill for ceratopsians. For something like Cryolophosaurus, it would be crest, but yeah, frill was what I was thinking of, but I couldn't think of. And I was debating on just putting that in the description, but I thought since I haven't uploaded the video yet, I would just throw that here in the end. So that's what that is.